What's up, guys? It's Joe. Welcome back to the channel. This is Elijah. And today we're going to be reacting to TikToks. The reason why is because I'm a dietitian.
And I'm a sports scientist.
So we're going to react to diet TikToks, fitness TikToks,
health
TikToks. And we're going to tell you if they are something you should watch out for. Yeah. Okay, let's get into the video. Swipe like that.
Bloop.
Swipe
Oh,
like that.
it's
1,
swipe.
2, 3. Let's start with the first TikTok.
4 unpopular workout truths. Working out every day can be much more harmful than beneficial. How sweaty and out of breath you are during your workouts literally does not matter at all. Everyone should be doing some form of strength training, even if just body weight. And I truly believe Bulgarian split squats are made from Satan himself.
What would you say about that?
I agree about 90% with what he's saying. The working out 3 times a week over 7 times a week, that's debatable because it depends on what the person prefers, right? It also depends on what their goals are, so it's really debatable.
That's fair. But I do find that one time before when I was working out 6 times a week, I realized that was too much for me.
Yeah.
I got burnt out really easily. So I had to lower it to like 4 to 5 times a week. So if you're working out too many times a week, it can easily burn you out.
Yeah.
Depends on the intensity. But then if you feel like you're doing light workouts throughout the week and you're feeling good, go for it.
Yeah, you can do like 3 intense sessions, and the other weeks you can, like other days you can do like yoga, you can go on brisk walks. Those count as exercises.
And also, sweat is not an indication of a good workout because it's hot in the Philippines. You can sweat not doing anything.
Like right now.
We're doing something.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mucho kailan po bang maligo
Think about
pagkatapos
after
ng
working out.
exercise? Remember na kapag nag-exercise ka, nagpapawis ka. At kapag nagpapawis ka, naglalabas ka ng toxin sa katawan. So, anong kailangan mong gawin after mo mag-workout? Provided na nakapag-cool down ka properly, 20 to 30 minutes after, pwede ka nang maligo. Nakapagpahinga na yung katawan mo okay na yung mabasa. Room temperature or lukewarm water, okay na rin yun.
Get that a lot, the
Yeah.
question, if you
Yeah.
can take a bath right after.
Yeah, so as a third-year medical student, wow. Okay. Depending on how intense you sweat, you can actually take a shower right away, right? There's no a specific time that you can or can't take a shower. For example, you don't want to take a shower right away. Dry yourself off, like thoroughly, so at least you're not covered in sweat, you're not dirty. So after the 2-hour period, right, you can take a shower.
Okay, but what about the pasma?
That's not true. There's no such thing as pasma, guys.
Alright.
Keto diet, yun yung type ng diet kung saan ang goal natin is to be in ketosis. Kaya siya tinawag na keto diet, ketosis. Yung ketosis naman, yun yung state ng katawan natin kung saan kapag normally kasi ang kinakain mo is high carb, ang binaburn ng katawan mo is yung carbs na kinakain mo. Tapos yung kinakain mo na fats, sinostore lang niya sa katawan mo. So when you do keto diet, kapag nasa ketosis ka na, ang gagawin na ng katawan mo is yung stored fats na yung i-burn ng katawan mo. So stored fats na yung gagamitin mo as energy source. Kaya mabilis mag-lose ng weight yung mga nagki-keto diet. Maliban dun sa water weight na nalulose nila sa first 2 weeks, after that kasi unti-unti nang i-burn ng katawan nila yung stored fats. Unlike sa regular diet na isostore ng katawan nila yung fats, tapos kain lang sila ng kain ng carbs, and yun lang yung i-burn ng katawan nila.
That is the concept of ketosis, right? Where you're tapping into your fat stores. However, I think what she said was like in your regular diet, you're not going to burn any fat. That depends on the overall consumption. It doesn't really matter what type of food you consume. Of course, it does in terms of quality of your nutrition, but in terms of fat loss and weight loss, it's really more about the amount that you're consuming.
Yeah.
So let's say eating all fats, but you were eating more than you needed in the day,
You're gonna gain
it's
weight.
still going to be stored as fat and
Yeah.
not going to be burned as fat. Also, anything you eat doesn't automatically get stored as fat because your body will still use it first. One as energy, of course. Another one it's going to use it for like fats. If it's essential fatty acids, it's not going to be stored right away. It's going to be used for other functions in your body. As much as there is some truth to it, there's that big point that she's indicating in her video stating that if you eat fats only, you'll just keep burning fats, not looking at your overall amount of consumption.
Yeah, I don't think she meant it that way, that if you eat more than what your body requires. I don't think she was thinking about that part, right?
Yeah, like
it's just misleading.
Said.
But remember, if you're gonna go on a keto diet, please consult your doctor and your R&D, because it may or may not be for you.
Yeah, don't just look at a TikTok video or any post that you see online and think that you have to start trying it right away.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you're guided.
Food that will help you stay in a calorie deficit.
Fast food edition.
Today's
Ooh, Starbucks.
Ooh. But you should kind of.
What has egg white bites?
Whoa.
fat turkey sandwich for 100 total calories.
Oh, okay. Why we don't have those foods here?
I would still feel hungry after that meal. I'm not gonna get satiated by that, to be honest. 2 egg white bites the size of like a $50 coin.
Yeah.
And
Really? That's a $50 coin?
yeah,
Is that big?
I don't know, it's like this big.
$50 coin is that big?
Or $1 coin. Anyways, like if you saw that sandwich, that was barely anything.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, satisfying for other people, but personally, I would just feel hungrier. So,
Yeah.
That's debatable. Okay.
Yeah.
Kung ang goal mo is to lose weight, mas okay muna kung uunahin mo yung cardio before lifting weights. Since ang primary goal mo is to lose weight, mas prioritize muna natin yung cardio before lifting weights. Kung ang focus mo naman is muscle building, edi doon ka muna mag-focus sa lifting weights. Siyempre, dapat balance pa rin yung program natin, whether you're losing weight or gaining muscle.
What he's saying is if you want to lose weight before your lifting sessions, cardio is what you have to do. And if you are wanting to gain muscle, you have to put cardio after your weight training sessions. So this is solely on weight loss. Cardio to prioritize if you're trying to lose weight.
Okay, in a way, yes. In terms of exercise, cardio is probably the most efficient way of burning calories. And yes, there is a truth that if you do cardio first and you lift after, it's not as efficient to gain muscle. But to say that if you want to lose weight, you have to put cardio first, I don't think that is a truth, because if you do cardio after you lift weights, you will still burn those calories. And at the same time, you shouldn't say just weight loss in general. I guess fat loss would be better, right? Because when you lift weights and you're lifting hard and you're gaining muscle, your metabolism builds up and it helps you burn fat better. If you're not lifting as hard, you're not going to build muscle, especially if your body is used to the weights you're lifting. Like, what's the point of lifting the weights if you're not going to progress? If you're not progressing with the amount of weights you're lifting because you're prioritizing cardio, you're just going to be stagnant.
It's just a statement of like, this is what you have to do. Of course, it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah. If you like fitness and that's how you want to do it, go for it, right? If you enjoy it, then do it.
Yeah, but it's not necessary that you have to do cardio first if you're trying to lose weight. That's all we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Come with a hat full of tricks, trunk full of fango, car full of factions.
Yeah, that's how you should be. Like, if anybody tries to comment on what you're eating,
yeah,
bleep!
You deserve to eat whatever you want to eat, right?
If you're trying to lose a lot of weight, but you love eating, welcome to volume eating, okay? This is where you can have a lot of food for low calories. So you're eating more food, but losing fat. It will help put you in a calorie deficit.
So this one speaks to me a lot. Is it the fart?
Okay, continue.
Okay. I relate to that. I'm the type of person that loves to eat, right? Like, loves to eat. I have to eat like higher volume foods to feel satisfied. If I'm in a calorie deficit, that's fine. I want to be in a sustainable calorie deficit. But if I'm not satisfied, even if I'm like on 100 calorie deficit, I will most likely like try to eat something more to get me full.
Yeah, sometimes people think that if you have to lose weight, you have to eat as little as possible. And then you can see a lot of people who are eating a lot but losing weight or losing fat. And the reason why is because they're focusing on nutrient-dense foods rather than calorie-dense foods like your fruits and vegetables. That's why I always say if you want to lose weight, focus on what to add rather than what you're removing, because removing just makes you feel hungry, makes you feel like you have no direction because you're like just removing foods. But if you focus on foods to add, like a lot more vegetables, a lot more fruit, a lot more leaner sources of protein, you're adding more bulk, and usually these are lower in calories to help you stay full for longer and help you not feel deprived during your weight loss or fat loss journey. So 7 kilos in meals. I had
So
to
14
replace my
pounds.
cravings. Here are some examples. Chocolate with dates, Sprite with lemon water, fries with sweet potato fries. And if you want to lose weight, a lot of the times you will have to switch out some of your foods. However, I don't agree with you having to switch it out completely. Like, you know, like if you want chocolate and you just keep on going for those dates, you're gonna still want that chocolate. One thing I found is that if you actually add your favorite foods every day, you're more likely to be able to stay on track rather than completely removing it.
7 kilos in a month. Is that a lot? Depends on the person, right?
4, 6.
That's 15 pounds.
I think it's a little bit
Too
lot.
much, right?
Yeah, so that seems like a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah. Signs that you need to cleanse: sugar cravings, belly fat, hard to lose, constipation,
Ooh, I
food
gotta talk
cravings,
about that.
especially for processed foods, bloating, gas, skin problems, low energy, bad breath, irritability.
Wow.
You don't need to cleanse.
You know that thing right here? It's called a liver. And these two things, those are called kidneys.
Your digestive system, your
They
skin,
cleanse
your
for you.
lungs. You don't need to cleanse or detox.
Unless you have a failing kidney and a failing liver, then you don't need any of those
Yeah.
detoxes.
It still wouldn't even be a cleanse or a detox. It would just be
dialysis.
Very true.
Oh.
Also dietary modifications.
And belly fat, hard to lose. Belly fat will always be hard to lose. Typically, when you're trying to lose fat, there's a trend, right? It's usually extremities first. So arms, part of your legs and thighs, then your face, chest, back, and lastly is your stomach fat, because it is really hard to get, to burn.
Unless you're genetically
Gifted.
Yeah, unless
But still, getting rid of that remaining fat will still be a bit hard because it's still the cell type, right? So no, you can't cleanse the fat away. Fat isn't dirty.
And then you have constipation. I don't think that's a sign of cleansing. That's mostly a sign of you have to add fiber or water. Craving for foods, especially processed foods, not usually a sign that you need to cleanse. Maybe a sign you need to add different types of foods or have to add some more bulk or eat more satisfying foods. Bloating, gas, could be a sign of digestive problems.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily need to cleanse. Skin problems could also be hormonal issues.
Yeah.
Not necessarily needing to cleanse.
Low energy, you're probably not getting enough sleep.
Probably need to eat more also.
Bad breath, are you brushing your teeth, boy?
Depends also on some foods that you're consuming. Irritability and mood swings, also probably a sign you might have to eat more. Or hormones, but not necessarily a sign that you need to cleanse. Usually you don't
your
need to
armpits
cleanse.
and
Yeah.
your inner thighs and your
Maybe
butt.
clothes cleansers for like floor.
Yeah.
I love when fit girls who got fat are like, oh, my mental health is so much better. Like, no, it isn't. Now you're just using it as an excuse because you.
Aside from you being extremely fat phobic and it's not cute, you know nothing about somebody's mental health if you are not them.
Or their physical health.
This is my best friend, and we went through eating disorder recovery together, and our bodies looked so different through our own recovery process.
Here are some of our friends who are a great example of health not being a specific body type.
This is our friend Meg. She's a badass. This is Chelsea, also a badass.
That's me, and this is my cellulite.
This is Tiffany, another healthy human. This would be Lauren. This is our beautiful friend Bailey.
And that's me. And if you didn't know basic science, everybody could eat and exercise the same and still look different.
That person was saying that stop saying that you feel mentally better if you gained weight. Like, you don't know why they gained the weight. You don't know their history at all. Yeah. You can't just judge off of that. And I've been there. I definitely am somebody who feels mentally better after gaining weight rather than losing weight, because the weight that I gained was the weight of having more time for myself and having more time for other things in life, right? And being able to actually fuel myself and nourish myself.
And as someone who went from almost 200 pounds down to 140, my mental health did not get any better at 140 than it was at 200. Instead, I just made it more balanced. I gained weight and I feel better now.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not really about the weight, but it's how you take care of yourself. So if you weren't taking care of yourself and you're really skinny, of course you're going to feel better when you gain weight and start taking care of yourself, right? It's not to say that you have to gain weight to feel mentally better, but if weight gain is part of that process, that's okay.
Yeah.
I want you to share one fitness myth that just drives you nuts. I'm gonna share more than one. You can't eat past 6 if you want to lose weight. Nope. Fasted cardio works. Nope. Lifting heavy weights makes you bulky.
Yep.
Nope. You have to be sore after a workout for it to be effective. Nope. You have to get protein in within a half hour of your workout. Anabolic window. Nope. Waist trainers work. Nope. Green tea detox works. Nope. The best way to get abs is to do abs. Nope. You have to be completely exhausted after a workout for it to be a good workout. Nope. You need to do activation exercises for your glutes before you lift. No.
Okay, let's do that one by one. So this is a common misconception that 6:01 automatically foods becomes fat versus when it's 6 o'clock or 5:59. That's not necessarily true. Although there have been studies that those who eat later at night tend to have lower thermic effect of food, which it means that you burn a little bit less through digestion when you're eating later at night. But that doesn't make a significant difference overall on your weight loss or fat loss journey. Again, it's usually what matters most is how much you consume rather than the timing. But you might have to be more mindful if you're eating a lot of your foods later at night. There have actually been studies that if you front load your calories, eating more of them throughout the start of the day, you're more likely to feel satisfied throughout the day. And it's usually more helpful if you're going to try to lose weight.
It depends on what he means by fasted cardio. If it means for building muscle, then no. But if it's for losing weight, then maybe, if you feel comfortable that way. But let's go for the first thing I said, which was for building muscle. I agree that fasted cardio doesn't work because when you do fasted cardio and you don't eat prior to working out, you're missing out on the first opportunity of muscle protein synthesis, which helps with building muscle.
And fasted cardio can help if you have enough energy to go through your workout. But if you don't,
what's the point?
Yeah. I mean, I lift kind of heavy, haven't gotten bulky yet. I'm waiting for that to happen.
You know, those myths is like, I don't want to be a bodybuilder and look like the Hulk. First of all, the lifestyle of a bodybuilder is so extreme. Especially if you are like trying to be a Mr. Olympia.
Yeah. Your whole life.
Basically, you eat, sleep, work out.
Yeah. And also the Hulk didn't get big from working out, right?
He got it from PEDs.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he got it from like that, like
radiation, which is basically drugs.
One bicep curl and all of a sudden your biceps pop out. Because if it was like that, man, we wish. We wish it was like that.
Damn. Like, yeah.
But like lifting weights, especially for women, it's not gonna make you bulky. It's actually gonna make you feel stronger, gonna make you feel leaner, gonna up your metabolism, and also gonna protect your bones over time. So lift weights.
For a lot of people, 10 pounds of muscle in their beginner phase will take around maybe a year, if they have pretty good genetics.
So, don't be afraid of lifting that weight.
That's actually, it won't make it more effective. Why?
The next workout,
you're not going to be able to lift, right? Imagine going all out on your training day and you're a beginner. And the following day, you can work out again, but you can't even get out of bed because it hurts so much. Then what was the point of working out?
I used to feel like that too, where if I didn't feel sore, I felt like my muscles weren't getting activated at all. But then I realized that that's not necessarily what it has to be. Probably your muscles have just gotten used to the movement, so you don't feel as sore anymore, and that's okay.
Yeah, just get into the groove and work your way up there because your body will adapt. One thing that I try to do when I'm lifting weights is if your lift is 10% weaker, that means you actually activated your muscle enough that you had a good workout for that specific muscle.
I'm always 10% weaker.
What?
For other reasons. Okay, so it's common to think that right after you work out, you really need to get food in because that's like the best time to build muscle. That is usually, of course, if you gotta eat, you gotta eat. Yeah. But it doesn't really have like a big benefit if you eat right after. Like it's not, I eat it, boom, muscle straight like that. Yeah. But it can be beneficial for you to eat after your workout, especially if you haven't eaten before. That's when it's most important. If you didn't eat before your workout, you definitely do have to eat within the 30 minutes after you work out or 1 hour, just because you need to refuel.
Yeah, but if you're like, oh, I need to get my protein in, it's like if you have a consistent amount of protein throughout the day, that's the most efficient way.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna drink like 80 grams of protein after my workout so I can get in more muscle building.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, waist trainers do not work at all. You know, like I'd rather get you a corset.
But don't.
But don't.
You don't need to detox.
Green tea tastes good though.
I thought that before. I did like 300 crunches every day. It just like hurt my back.
Core workouts is good for the core. Doesn't hurt to do them. It'll still make it stronger, right? And by core, I don't just mean the abs. Your core consists of even your lower back and mid back. So yeah, if you want to do core, that's fine. But if it's for you to get 6-pack, then that's not true.
You can get abs even just by activating your core throughout any workout.
It's genetics.
Yeah,
if
genetics mostly, unless it's beer.
Okay, miss glutes a lot.
I mean, I think it helps mostly just because it works for your mind-muscle connection mostly. Where like you can, if you activate it, you can feel it more, and it can help you, like kind of,
it's there.
Yeah.
Especially, it's not a muscle that you can see.
Like your biceps, you're just like, yeah, it's there, I can see it. Right? In any workout, to help you feel more aware of it, you can do some form of activation, just so you're like back workouts, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just going straight through it. Because then you might even be activating your biceps because you're not aware of it.
Exactly.
If you do the movement first without maybe any weights or maybe just something super light, then you can start to feel it and you're like, okay, I'm ready, let's go.
For
right?
back, that was a good point. For back exercises, back in the gym, if I had like a workout buddy, I would have someone touch my back, so I actually would feel. Not just there. Like when I'm actually working out, when I would do the back exercises, I would have somebody like touch like which part of the back is being activated. So I'm like, okay, that's what it feels like. That's where it's at, and it works. Yeah.
If you've ever looked at a photo from the past and gone, God, I was so hot back then. Why did I feel so bad about myself all the time? That is proof. It was never about how you looked. It was always about your dysmorphic perception. And it is now too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have multiple photos. I look back and I remember thinking I looked terrible, and then looking at those photos back now, I'm like, I didn't look that bad, right? It's like, that's how I feel, because it wasn't really about how I looked. It was about how I thought about myself and how society made me feel about my body.
And the reverse for me, like, when I got down to 140, I felt really good on surface level, and when I compare myself now to then, looking back, I'm just like, dang, eye bags were like, I look tired, like I look really bad. So now, taking care of myself, I feel a lot better. I would say that I'm happier now, 20 pounds heavier.
It's often because we see so many transformation photos out there that's like, oh, I felt so bad in this photo, and then when I all of a sudden got fitter, I felt so much better. There's sometimes you don't see the process that they went through, how they started to take care of themselves. Maybe it wasn't really about the weight loss at all. It was about how they started to shift their perspective. But also, too, some of the times you can feel really good when you're skinny just because you look skinny, but deep inside, it's not how you feel, right? So it's never about the body so much as how you treat it and how you take care of it. You're not in charge of how your body looks, but you are in charge of how you take care of your body. So take care of it well. All right, now's it. All right, we're swiping back. 1, 2, 3. That way.
I know.
Okay. So that was the video.
Yeah.
So that was the video.
Woo!
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope that you learned something new. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up.
And if you want to see more of my face, thumbs up.
Don't forget to subscribe. Anything else you want to know about us is in the description below. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye!
And don't forget,
you always deserve to eat.